Welcome everyone. So this video I'm going to be covering the New York Liberty and Phoenix Mercury game. Boy, the Mercury are looking really good. They're shooting threes like it's going on just crazy. They went out to a blistering pace, outscoring New York 28-19 in the first, and then 33-24 in the second. And then from there on, it was pretty even. I mean, New York was trying to catch up, but when you have that much of a lead, and the other thing is that Phoenix had some time off, and sometimes that will make you out of sync. And Phoenix was not out of sync at all. They looked rested, ready to go, and just, they were just, New York fought back, and they had six players in double figures. But their two big stars, I think Sabrina Ionescu is still hurt. She had a kink in her neck, and since then she has not been her normal self. I mean, she was putting up 20, 30 points every game before that happened. So, and she only had 9. She played 26 minutes, which she usually plays 35. And Breanna Stewart, at some point this is going to affect Breanna Stewart. Breanna Stewart has basically been carrying New York since Jonquel Jones went down. And then Phoebish has been out, and it's basically been Breanna Stewart and Sabrina, and then Sabrina got hurt, so it's been, a lot on Breanna Stewart's shoulders. But, this game, they got help from a lot of players. Like Sabley had 16 points, Cloud had 14, Johannes had 10, Burke had 10, Isabel Harrison had 10. So it's not like they didn't get contributions from everybody, but Stewie only had 17, and Ionescu had 9. If they had their normal, this would have been a much tighter game. But that's the way it goes sometimes. New York definitely looked tired because they've been playing a bunch of games and they're on the road. They've been on the road, and they're not at full strength. And Phoenix is. They weren't at full strength at the beginning of the season, and now they are. They have everybody except Lexi Held has been injured, but she's been a nice addition to them. Very nice shooter, very nice. Just overall player. She's been terrific. Nice surprise from, I believe she played at DePaul. So Sabley had 25 points. She shot 70% from 3, right? And then Whitcomb, 71%. And then Koa-Makani, 66%. Those are your 3-point shooters. They had 18, sorry. They were 1 3-point shot away from New York's. New York had a couple games where they had 19. So that tells you what was happening. They were just, there's a part of me that's a little worried about Phoenix if they rely on that. Because if they start missing threes, they're going to, that's not going to end well for them. But, they have really good. Sammy Whitcomb has a very pretty shot. She has so much backspin on her shot. It's just really nice to watch. And she has a quick release, and just very nice Sammy Whitcomb. And then, let's see what we had here. Thomas had 17. Kalia Copper, she's now finally been back. She had 12. She didn't shoot as well from 3. She was 2 for 7. Koa-Makani was 2 for 3, so yeah, that was good. And then Laska, another nice surprise from Phoenix. Very nice 3-point shooter. Although she didn't shoot that well this game. She was 6 for 10 overall, but she was 1 for 5 from 3. So, good game, Phoenix. They are looking good. Alyssa Thomas is such a force. she's always been one of these players that, when she was back with Connecticut, she was always in the running for MVP. But she's so hard to stop. People call her a point forward, but she's a point guard. She's just a big point guard, is what she is. I don't know what this point forward stuff is. That's not. I mean, I get it. I understand why they say it, but she plays like a point guard. She brings the ball down, she initiates the offense, she passes, and she has that issue with her shoulders, so she can't really raise her arms up above her shoulder, which is why she shoots so funny. But it doesn't seem to affect her. When you're passing, that's all down low, and she's such a terrific player, and she's so strong that you can't muscle her out of stuff. And she had 9 rebounds. Sabley had 6 rebounds. Mack had 6 rebounds. Kalani Brown had 5. So 36 rebounds, and New York only had 21. Oh no, they had 30. Sorry, that was assists. Yeah, but good game, Phoenix. New York needs a little bit of a break. Maybe they'll get a home stand and they get their players back. But Jonquel Jones isn't going to be back for a while, so that's going to hurt them. But there's still, how many games are we in? I don't know, 15, 16 games, and there's 44. So this is going to be interesting to see how this all plays out, because there are some very good teams. That, I could see how good Phoenix was going to be, but I wasn't sure how that would materialize. And, and look they beat New York, 106-91. So good game, Phoenix. Very nice. Very nice. But I hope they don't rely too much on the three-point shot, because that may hurt them in the end. You could lose you rely on that in the playoffs, get in there, and then your three-point shots aren't falling. You need a backup. So I'm sure they're thinking about that, but we'll see. But, this is a fun season. We got a lot of good teams, a lot of teams that are very close in talent level, team-wise. There's some outstanding players on certain teams, but like team-wise, it's very nice to see. So good competitive games. Okay, we'll see you next time.